Some speculated that, given the fact that you were in the situation you were in the match, that maybe you might play a bit more sharply, if you will, with the black pieces. What was your strategy coming into the game?
No, I mean, the problem that basically playing as black, you don't have such a big choice, and I mean, especially it's classical. Even if you play so-called sharp opening, like Sicilian, if white wants to shut it down, white surely will shut it down. So that's not realistic. Anyway, I have a couple of white pieces, a couple of tries in the remaining 4 games, and I mean, of course, it depends on what would I produce in 11th game. But today was just, was just an idea to play a normal game, try not to blunder something in one move. Yeah, so I had some more realistic tasks.
You've only got, like you said, 4 games left. With 3 games, you have to catch up for 3 points, a 3-point deficit.
I know.
Your strategy is still heavily trying to win this match?
Well, that's an absurd question.
Okay. You were at the board seemingly a lot more today than usual. What was the reason for that?
I guess the chair is more comfortable than sofa, yeah. But I mean, actually, today's game, was more or less obvious that it won't, last too long. But wasn't a big difference where to sit.
Magnus, draw, great result for you.
Yeah. At this point, there's so few games to go that any draw is, it's an excellent result.
Your choice of knight d3 in the opening instead of knight f3, what motivated that?
Mainly the prospects of getting the queens off very soon and getting a drive position.
So can I assume that for you now, it's just shut it all down and get out of here?
I very much assume he's gonna try and win, especially with the white pieces. But sure, any half point that I can get is great, and I think it's pretty obvious.
Shah from Chessbase India. My question is to Magnus. Ian's knight c6 move in the opening, did it surprise you? It's a new move, and why did you opt for c3, and did you think of bishop e3 maybe there? It's a possibility.
Yeah, for sure. Knight c6 was a bit of a surprising move order to me, and as you said, bishop e3 is a move there, and surely the critical one, but I was just not in the mood, I think the match situation sort of explains that. Frankly, I hadn't thought about him playing the Petrov today at all. I was preparing for various sharp openings that he could play, and the thought was, if he goes 1e5, then I'll see. I didn't think making a draw against the Petrov would be a major issue.
Thank you.
Rune from Chess24. Question to both players. Let's start with Magnus. What was the most interesting moment or moments of the game to you?
Yeah, there wasn't that much to talk about. I was fairly happy with the move g3 at some point. I kind of thought I might be getting a very slight edge at that point. And then probably I needed to be a bit more patient later on, since I was kind of hoping that after allowing this g5 to happen, that I could provoke f5 f4 maybe later on, and then start pushing with h4. But it all holds very well together for black. There's nothing. I think if I'd played a little more patiently there, I could have had the tiniest of edges, but naturally would have hunted it for it more diligently if the match situation had been different.
Okay, thank you. And Jan?
Well, I guess it was a huge moment when White didn't go for bishop e3. Okay, you know, bishop. I mean, in the opening, yeah, there's bishop e3, g5, knight d3, or something like this. Yeah, so this would, I know, spice things up a little bit. But yeah, maybe g6 was somewhat slow, so I should have played rook e8, knight g2, bishop g4 immediately. Yeah, not to allow this structure. Yeah, with my light square bishop being restricted. But yeah, I guess after g5, f5. So I was sort of concerned about like him playing a4, e5 at first, and only then going for this g4. Yeah, but I mean, okay, after g4, f5, I didn't really see White is going for something realistic. But of course, okay, I needed to be precise, not to blunder, as I used to do before. But yeah, in general, it's, you know, not much, not a lot of excitement.